lady, and she said, "Why did I do that? Because I have the opportunity. I have the right to. I have the right to call anybody because you are." As an elder of the church, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself, and you should, and everybody, you should be ashamed of yourself. No, please don't do that. Because if this is how this church operates, if this is how, Brandon, you're one-sided here. If this is how this,
no, you're talking to me. Let me explain something.
You gonna put your hands on me?
Put my hands on you. Let me explain something to you.
Brandon, you putting your hands on me?
No,
Brandon, you putting your hands on me? I'm trying to leave. I'm not pushing you. I'm trying to leave, Brandon. I'm trying to leave. Let me leave. Let me leave. Brandon, let me leave.
We gonna do this in the butt today.
Let me leave. Brandon, let me leave. Get off of me. Brandon, what? Are you freaking kidding me? Brandon, are you kidding me? Brandon, stop. Brandon, stop. I didn't do it. Stop. I didn't do anything. Brandon, I didn't do anything.
I'm sure many of y'all heard about what happened at the Potter house with the young lady that was detained by the security officer in the building. There's a whole lot of controversy going on with the situation, and the young lady, she's pissed off, and I feel like she has a right to be. The whole disagreement, the whole dispute was started by a petty church argument. Young lady was having an argument with one of the elders, and the elder was power tripping and whatnot, and young lady didn't agree with what they were doing, and so she was like, you know what, okay, I'm about to leave and stuff, right? And then this big burly nigga, big buff security guard dude, looked like he like 300-400 pounds, except his big butt all up in the mix, and then he pushes her back. She's like, I'm trying to leave, like, let me out of the building, I'm trying to go. And then this dude, he puts his knee into her back, pushes her on the ground, and tries to forcefully explain church procedures to her and stuff. She's like, listen, I don't want to be a member here anymore. But he still stayed trying to explain it to her, and basically using all his manpower to subjugate her on the ground. I mean, you ever hear the words too far? I mean, the young lady, she was clearly upset in the video and everything, but she didn't look aggressive or physically intimidating or like she was gonna do nothing, dog. I mean, she said that she's trying to keep it on a spiritual level. She wasn't trying to be physically, she wasn't trying to assault nobody, in other words. He basically escalated that situation because, you know, he is big, buff, manly security guard. And you feel like,
damn, I got all this nigga power, and I ain't had the opportunity to knock somebody over the head and throw him out the building, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air style. So I gotta do something before I lose my mind.
First of all, dude, if you don't go take your overly swollen milk dud freaking nigga ballsy in the name of Jesus Christ. Wish I was a freaking bouncer at a club, but nah, my temp service relocated me to a freaking church security job. Looking
interrupt this program
down somewhere. This is the kind of tomfoolery that you see in the black community, and it's like, unfortunately, you would think that this kind of nonsense would, like the churches in our so-called black organizations, would be above that kind of stuff. But I mean, look at the Nation of Islam, and you got the dude that went off on Malcolm X, said, "Get your hand out of my pocket," and then shot him. And then you got the Hebrew Israelites cussing each other out on the corner, calling each other names and slandering people and all that kind of foolishness. And then you go to the black church and you got big buff dudes shoving they fat ham hock knees right into the backs of 22-year-old young women who are trying to exit the building. If she don't want to listen to what you gotta say, dog, I mean, that's her prerogative, man. She's not your child. You don't have the right to detain her and then force her to listen to so-called church protocol. If she says, I'm not a member here no more and I don't give a crap, that's her right. You don't have the right to detain her. That whole video, that whole altercation was completely illegal on his part. Of course, TD Jakes, he issued an apology to the young lady. And, you know, I mean, you got to do your little damage control, you know. You don't want your little pockets to be hurt and stuff, you know. You got a little multi-million-dollar church organization, you know, dedicated to preaching nonsense to black people so that you can get them excited and riled up in the name of God, so that you can get your little pockets and your little tithe money. You know, you got to give your little apology video, do your little damage control so that don't nothing pop off, you know, because them lawsuits, bruh, you know, lawsuits. I feel like she should sue the stank off of y'all. That guy went way too far and he should lose his job immediately. I mean, that was completely uncalled for, completely unnecessary. It was stupid. It was, I mean, it was a major overstepping of his power. He did not have to go that far, bro. It's the security guard, Brandon, the one that attacked the young lady in the first place. Yeah, you should lay off the bread, first of all. And, dog, stop assaulting women in the name of trying to feel like some type of buff guy who's doing his job, dog. And lay off the Twinkies, the cake, and all the Jesus Christ ham on Christmas, dog. Okay? Why don't you go find yourself another job, since you obviously can't handle the power attached to your position.